Congratulations on purchasing your new ResMed AirMini. It's still my personal favorite travel CPAP that's available today. Now in this video, I'll help you get it set up and running in time for that vacation you've been planning, and I'll give you a quick rundown on its features and settings too. Let's get started. Let's begin with the physical stuff: the unit, cords, tubing, and mask. First, connect the power cord to the unit's power socket just above the tubing opening. Then plug the other end into your power outlet. If you're not somewhere with a traditional power outlet, you can use ResMed's DC converter and run it through a cigarette lighter in your car or plug it into a third-party battery option, but these will need to be purchased separately. Next, plug the tubing into the opening on the CPAP unit just below the power cord. You'll notice that the tubing input on the unit is not standard, so you must use the tubing supplied with the AirMini unit along with a ResMed mask designed to connect with it. If instead you want to use a standard tubing and mask, you can purchase an adapter that will convert the opening into a standard one, and then you can set it up as you like. But assuming you're using the default setup, you'll notice that the AirMini tubing has a chamber at the other end of it. Now this chamber is to house something called a heat and moisture exchange capsule, or HME for short. These capsules are designed to provide humidification and warmth to the air that you breathe without needing the kind of humidifier that you find with an at-home device. They do this by recycling the heat and moisture from the air that you breathe out while flushing away the CO2. The capsules must be purchased separately and come in two types: HumidX for standard humidification and HumidX Plus for greater humidification in dry climates. You likely bought a mask and setup pack along with your AirMini. Now these packs contain HumidX capsules, so put one of those into the chamber at this point with the blue or grey coloured ring facing downwards in the tube. You then need to attach the short mask tube to the tubing at the end of the HME chamber until it locks into place. The physical setup is now complete. Now to get your unit operating, you'll need to connect it to a smartphone, and that smartphone will need to have the AirMini app installed into it. This app can be downloaded for free on both Apple and Android phones. Just go to the Google Play or App Store and install them onto your smartphone. To connect your phone to the AirMini, make sure it has Bluetooth enabled. Then open the app, accept the terms and conditions and privacy policy to log in. You won't need to set up an account on the app to use it. The app should then prompt you to press the Bluetooth button on the unit. You can find the Bluetooth button directly beneath the large on-off button on the side of the unit. Press it once and the light should pulse to show that the unit is now discoverable. After that, press Connect on your phone. A list of nearby devices should appear. Tap the name of your AirMini unit and it will connect. If this is the first time you've connected to your unit, it will ask you for a 4-digit code to authenticate the device. Now that code can be found on the back of the unit just above the QR code. Enter that code into your phone and the devices should pair up, meaning you won't need to do the authentication process again the next time that you connect. Now inside of the app, there are two main tabs at the bottom: Dashboard and Sleep. The Dashboard tab will show your sleep data from previous nights. This data helps you monitor the success of your therapy and see improvements in your sleep over time. However, as the AirMini is primarily designed for travel use, it uses internal memory to store data rather than a removable card. This memory can store 1 month's worth of sleep data, which can be viewed via the app, but there is no easy way to remove that data from the device to give it to a medical professional or to use another CPAP software like Oscar. With the Sleep tab open, there are two sub-tabs available at the top. The Therapy tab contains a big button that can be used to start and stop the therapy. So when you're ready to sleep, either press the button on the phone or the big on-off button on the unit, and your therapy will begin. The Mask Fit tab can be tapped to check whether there are any mask leaks happening while the therapy is running. Also, on the Therapy tab, there is an Options button. If you press this, you can access and adjust your comfort and convenience settings. To make changes here, use the switches. There is also a way to adjust your therapy settings from within the app, but these are hidden away as they're part of your prescription and should only be adjusted after consulting a medical professional. I won't be going into the various settings in this video, but to know more about them, click the video linked in the card above me or in the description below. Changing these settings can wait for you to have had a few good nights of sleep. Speaking of which, when you're ready to get some much needed shut-eye, put on the mask and hit the big button either on the app or on the unit. But before you do, a quick heads up, some people do find that the AirMini is quite noisy. And if you think so too, we've done a video with some tips on reducing the noise level, which is worth trying before discarding the unit or trying your best to ignore the noise. Click above me once more or in the description for that. And remember, if you haven't gotten any HME filters for your AirMini and are finding the air to be a bit dry, you can hop over to RespShop.com and grab a few for yourself and even set them up on a subscription. The HumidX is fine for most purposes, but for those who live in maybe the desert or you're visiting a very dry climate, then the HumidX Plus would be a good option instead. All right, I'm guessing you're well and truly ready for some sleep now. So subscribe to the channel for more tips on getting the most out of your AirMini, and bye-bye for now, and as always, sleep tight.